A rose grew on a mountain top, where sat also a lonely rock. They were some distance apart, but could see each other well enough. By and by, over a day, maybe an hour, the rock was loved by the flower. Nervously, he told her so. His voice was timid and low. I love you, frightfully, he coughed. I'm the only other thing atop the mountain this spring. You just think you love me, she scoffed. The rose dwelled on this possibility for a day or maybe an hour, at which point in time the young flower concluded he loved her definitely. Well, maybe you do, the rock agreed, but you are a rose, I am a stone. You'll die in a month and leave me alone. We are different and can never be. Says who? Asked the rose, and got no reply, which convinced him that he simply must try. But how did one go about courting stones? He'd heard men courted with flowers, but, given the circumstance, he could not. What did a rock need? Not dinner nor clothes. Rocks needed quite little, and besides, with his weak petals, the rose realized, there is just one thing I can provide. That intangible thing we call time. So the rose spent time speaking to the rock, or listened careful to her while she talked. He learned of her years atop the mountain, weathering under much rain and strong wind. He offered compliments, consolations, when he suspected that she needed them. Now the rose loved the rock more deeply, and soon announced this to her once more. She sighed, I do see this love of yours, but we are different, and cannot be. A great storm swept through on the next day. The rock weathered the wind like always. When the dark clouds had turned back to fair, the rose was no more, killed fast by a piece of sharp blue glass the wind sent hurtling through the air. Over a day, maybe an hour, the rock began mourning the flower. Despite her trying sincerely, she'd grown fond of his company. On a fine bright spring morning, once the storm season passed, a new rose suddenly bloomed, where the old one stood last. The rock observed the petals unfold. Hello, she said, and hello was told. Excuse me, but you're captivating, and I feel I love you, the rose dared speak. The rock said, positively beaming, not so unreasonable as you think. This gave the rose such a hefty shock. I feared you'd deny the possibility, for I'm a rose and you a rock. We are different and can never be. The rock said, nonsense. Here we are now, enjoying each other's company, our touch, our sight, our sweetness and sound. Isn't this what it must mean to be?